believe UAPs pose a potential threat to our national security?
I'll do it.
Yes. Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Human or non-human biologics?
Non-human.
There is money in the budget that is said to go to a program, but it doesn't, and it goes to something else?
Yes, I have specific knowledge of that.
Well, we covered that hearing, and it's truly, truly amazing. And we're going to dissect it a little bit further tonight. It's time for tonight's Common Ground segment. This evening, we deal with the UFO or UAP issue, which has gone from a fringe topic to warranting the significance of that congressional hearing and much more investigation just a few days ago. Joining us tonight, Wisconsin Republican Congressman Glenn Grothman and California Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia, the chair and ranking member of that oversight committee. That the other day, Congressman Grothman, boy, it raised a lot of eyebrows. What did you get out of it, and where does it go from here?
Well, we had two naval pilots who said they saw unidentified anomalous phenomena. And they both said other pilots, one in the Pacific, one in the Atlantic, one seeing little tic-tac shaped objects, the other seeing spheres with a box in it. Other pilots saw it as well. I've since had a conversation with someone who was involved in the Department of Defense who insists our military is withholding information on this. So while it seemed kind of an offbeat thing for Congress to focus on, it's high time we did. There's been a lot of speculation on this going on for dozens of years, and I think it demands more questioning. Not to mention the star witness, who we just saw there a second ago, kept saying he could not reveal things until he was in a more confidential setting, which I think forces me to meet him in a more confidential setting.
All right, Congressman Garcia, I'm going to play another soundbite from the whistleblower telling Congress the U.S. is concealing this multi-decade program. Take a listen.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program, to which I was denied access to those additional read-ons when I requested it.
Are you aware of any individuals that are participating in reverse engineering programs for non-terrestrial craft?
Personally, yes.
Okay, the Defense Department spokesperson says to date, All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. I guess what people want to know is this whistleblower for real? He was under oath, right, at your committee? Is this getting us to finally realize that this is all happening for real?
I think that Chairman Grothman, said it correct. We have a hearing that was very bipartisan. We had 3 witnesses that all have distinguished service to the country. And we have to explain and understand what this phenomenon actually is. The truth is that UAPs exist. Our government has said that numerous times. We had it said at the hearing. Pilots have seen them, both on the commercial and the military side. And as it relates to this witness, the witness is sharing a lot of truths as he sees them. And I think as having whistleblower status, it's up to us to get to the bottom of it. There was a lot of information that came out. And while the government can certainly agree that there are some UAPs which we can't explain, there are many that we cannot. And I think that it's not just the UAP issue, but there's information within the Department of Defense or other whistleblowers. We need to uncover what's going on. And I think that the American public deserve transparency and disclosure here. And there are unanswered questions.
All right, I just want to ask you both. Do you believe what that whistleblower was saying? Congressman Grothman, first to you.
Well, to be honest, he answered so many questions that I cannot respond until I'm in a more closed setting. You really don't know what to believe. I think far more impressive were the other 2 witnesses who literally saw unidentified phenomenon near their plane and had other pilots in their formation see it as well. In two different locations, one the Pacific, one the Atlantic, seeing different sorts of aircraft.
Yeah.
So I think those were really the 2 key witnesses. And I do believe that what they saw demands further explanation.
And Congressman Garcia, I mean, just at the White House, National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said that the UAPs are having an impact on U.S. military training and that they are seeing these phenomena more and more. There's just a frustration out there, I think, that this is so groundbreaking, so crazy to think about that. Why can't we find out now? Why can't you all get answers now to some of this stuff, if it's true or not?
Well, I think first it's important to remember that the hearing we just had was quite historic, actually. So one of the real first times where we've had this open conversation about UAPs and put a lot of folks on the record. So we had two very credible witnesses that obviously saw these UAPs with their own eyes. The descriptions obviously were quite disturbing of the formation that these UAPs took. And then a third witness who certainly has definitely heard and interacted with a lot of folks that have shared information, but he also had a lot of classified information that he was unable to give us. And so getting that classified briefing or hearing is going to be important to really, I think, get to the bottom of a lot of what that third witness actually said. I think it's something that we're all very, very interested in. And I understand the frustration. I mean, I'm frustrated too. But we should also note that if we're going to do this the right way, it's got to be done with a seriousness, transparency. Certainly, we shouldn't rule anything out, but we should also be very honest and just move forward and understand that we don't know what these UAPs are. So I don't think we can deduce one way or another and exactly say what they are at this moment.
In a bipartisan way, seeking common ground on this planet and elsewhere. The answers are out there. Gentlemen, thank you very much.